After finishing their tours of duty, some U.S. troops in Iraq are coming home. Some are home for good, while many others eventually will return to the war. They have been fighting a war that has dominated the national conversation for more than 3 years. The returns are marked by joyous and tearful reunions, each embrace revealing a range of emotions. For many, it's a time to enjoy the comforts of home and time with family and friends, and reintroduce themselves to the tiny, ordinary details of life they never thought they would miss. Regina Thomas, an Army specialist who recently returned for a short rest, said she was looking forward to a warm bath, colorful clothes, and standing buildings.
Being here, being in the States, you take a lot of things for granted. You actually don't know what you have until you're somewhere else.
The women and men in Iraq belong to a long line of troops who have fought in the name of America. Troops, now as then, enlist for reasons as simple as getting an education and advancing their careers. Others, like 20-year-old Justin Nethercutt, do so to build pride and courage. Parents, now as then, worry about their sons and daughters in the line of fire. And many, now as then, like Staff Sergeant Carl Fuller, who lost his life in Iraq, like Edna Velasquez, a nurse who took care of wounded soldiers for more than 20 years in the armed forces and in both Gulf Wars, serve for reasons greater than themselves. Obviously, not much has changed in the business of war, yet CNN.com correspondents found that medical advances on the battlefield and advances in how troops keep in touch with families back home make the Iraq War unique in American history.
The staff sergeant that I spoke to basically said, sometimes I have to remind my family and my family members that I'm in the middle of a war. I'm in Baghdad talking to them on a phone or via email or a webcam, but the minute I step outside or elsewhere, it's war. And sometimes the family members back home have to be reminded of that. So I think in many ways it's a war of compelling new adjustments, not just for folks on the war front, but also at home.
And women, whether at home or on the war front, are playing a more significant role than in previous conflicts.
They're military wives and military widows. And that was very interesting to see all of those sides and to look at the emotions that are going through every human story that we touched upon.
This war has impacted the lives of those who have fought it and endured its burdens. And like the wars before it, we can try to understand it only through the stories of those who lived it. For more than 2,000 families whose sons and daughters returned home to their final resting place, the stories will be of loss and grief. For other troops, whose lives are forever changed by the physical and psychological demands of war, their stories will be of resilience and perseverance. And for those of us who are witnesses, the stories will be simply that we were aware of what the troops went through in Iraq. Here are some of those stories.